Hi, I'm Sage Roundtree, and I would love to give you a tour inside the space for my Teaching Yoga to Athletes course. This is its current state in summer of 25. If you are already a member of the Zone, my space for yoga teacher development at Comfort Zone Yoga, you'll find there's a scouting report space. In fact, that might be where you're seeing this video if you're not catching it on YouTube. This gives you a little taste. It's a teaser, so you can explore what you have inside the course, including a free webinar that you can watch to give you some secrets of teaching yoga to athletes. Once you enroll in the course, then you will have access to these various spaces, including the kickoff. Now, the kickoff is your start here space. I also have an onboarding sequence that will email you to keep you on track once you're inside the course. So this talks you through what's always the most important thing to do when you join a new Circle community is to manage your notifications. Circle loves to send you a ton of emails, and you probably don't need every single one of them. So I walk you through how you can dial that back. Then I take you into the equipment room, which is where you'll find the resources that are key to the course. I try to respect that people learn in different ways, and sometimes you might want to watch the course videos. Other times you might like to listen on the private podcast or even just read the course lectures as an EPUB file. Put it right on your Kindle or your Kobo or your e-reader. These are all available to you here in the equipment room. There is an extensive workbook that is a Google Doc into which you can type all your answers, and that's what you'll share with me for review as you go along. As I said, the course materials are available in a private podcast and as an ebook. And then there are a ton of other resources specific to working with athletes, including a lot of templates, some professionalism templates to help you work on your resume. I'm also here to review that for you. A syllabus of teaching yoga to athletes that you might use if you want some lesson plans written for you. Some classroom coaching, starting with a self-evaluation, recording your own video, assessing how you're doing. And I give you access, since this is my signature course, to a lot of freebies here on Comfort Zone Yoga, including my full follow-along movement library, a mindfulness library, and my sequence demo library. So those show up over on the left sidebar when you are logged in. Then we will get on 2 calls, one at the beginning to help you plot your way through the course in ways that make sense for you, given your life, your timeline, and your goals. And then once again toward the end of your course experience so that I can help you plan your next steps. Pitch a team, I'll review your website, whatever support you need from me, I am here to give you. There is a Q&A space in the sidebar where you can ask questions as well. And I offer monthly live office hours that I'd love to see you on. There's an introduction space where folks come in and say who they are, what their walk-up song would be, and what kind of athletes they're planning to work with. And the bulk of the course exists in this playbook, the curriculum itself, that I'm going to walk you through in just a second. I try to give you some easy wins, some quick wins. So when you come in, I'll suggest a few things that you can do right away so you start to wrap your head around this wonderful field of teaching yoga to athletes. At any point, you are welcome to ask me a question, either in the Ask a Coach space or directly by email if it's something more specific and personal. It's nice for your peers to see your questions because they're probably having similar questions. Sometimes it's just really unique to your own personal circumstances. And if that's the case, you'll just be emailing it to me. And that is your Getting Started space. There are also some announcements that come through, call replays after office hours. As I said, in the equipment room is where you will find a lot of the resources, including the slides that are key to the lectures. So if you choose to listen to the private podcast or read the ebook instead of watching the video lectures, that's how you will get through those. Let's take a look inside the playbook. Here we are inside the course side of the program. We start, because we're yoga teachers, with setting intention and gratitude, and we move on from there. While I have this video open, let me show you that you have a couple of ways that you can interact with the video itself. You can speed it up or slow it down. You can add closed captions, and you can work your way through the transcript. These videos are searchable, so if you remember that I talked about physiology in a particular video, you can go in, open the transcript, and search for it. The space itself also has a really robust search feature, so you can always be using that to navigate your way through the course and to find things that you wanted to check back in on. As you go along, you'll click the complete lesson button and it will kick you to the next lesson. You'll move on through. Now you'll see here on the sidebar, we have a few different units. They all start with a P because I liked the alliteration. There's a unit on the philosophy of teaching yoga to athletes, including my manifesto. Here is the spoiler of it. Yoga for athletes is not athletic yoga. Instead, it's yoga that supports the athletes in their focus, in their presence, in their recovery, in their mobility. Most regular yoga students are coming to yoga for the movement, for a workout even, and your athletic students have very different needs, which is something you probably already understand if you're getting serious about taking this course. Then I talked to you about how you could apply yoga philosophy to your athletic students in class, how you can present it in ways that make it feel really accessible to them. We talk about the latter limbs. That's the focus and presence side of yoga. That's where yoga becomes mental training for athletes. Unit 2 is on physiology. I will break down for you basically exercise physiology 101. It's really easy to grasp. It is nothing like learning anatomy and Latin names of muscles. It's all kind of a like, yeah, that totally makes sense experience for you. We'll talk about psychology a little bit more, not just in terms of yoga philosophy, but about how you can help your athletes stay on top of their games. Then we get into pedagogy, which is how you run your classroom. I'll give you the best practices for working with athletic students before, during, and after class, working around injuries because it's outside our scope of practice as yoga teachers to work with injuries directly. We'll talk about some of the sticky points of what it's like to be a yoga teacher working with athletes. The 5th unit is one that you're probably very interested in, the profession of working with athletes, how you can get the gig, how you can create a diverse offer suite for your yoga business, and so on. Ways to manage everything and have a sustainable career as a specialist teaching yoga to athletes. Then I'll move you through some practice to internalize what you have learned. There will be some work for you to do analyzing how athletes are using their bodies in their sport and how you can help them find balance with yoga. We'll move on to some classroom coaching, starting with your own self-evaluation, and then eventually with you sharing a video with me for my review. I am going to give you really useful and kind feedback. I am not here to tear you down. I am here to be your cheerleader and your coach. Finally, you'll see at the bottom here, there's a little bit of extra, some live discussions that we've had over the years in this course, in the in-person versions of it. I've been teaching this course in a 5-day format since 2012, and that's why there are 5 units here inside the online version. But in the online version, you get all the time in the world to really process what you learn, to come up with important questions that you need answered, and to connect with me so that I can answer them for you. I'll show you a few more things here inside Comfort Zone before I let you go. I have built for you a curriculum consultant AI bot inside of the platform. We call it the Assistant Manager, and it is trained to answer questions you might have at times of the day when I might not be immediately available, or if you are having problems finding things, it's really, really good at helping you do that. So maybe you'll be watching along and you'll hear me talk about a sequence I have called Christina's World. Well, you can ask the bot, what is Christina's World? And after some thought, it will reply to you and it will tell you where you can find it, where in the follow along movement library you can find it, and where you might be able to find it in the sequence demo library. Or if you need some logistical support, like when are the next office hours, the Assistant Manager bot is here to help you with that. Almost always the first Thursday of the month. Here's one more thing I want to show you, and that's how very robust the search feature is within this platform itself. So again, if we were thinking about this Christina's World sequence, you can type in Christina's World, and it will dynamically be looking for you. It's going to suggest you use the bots, but you can also just hit return and it will pull this up. You can use this not only for finding sequence titles, but for finding your own comments or questions other people asked. It's incredibly robust and powerful. This search not only gives you the posts, but also the lessons in which the sequence is mentioned. And if you were searching for someone's name, you'd be able to see the comments that they had left. It's really powerful, and it's just one of the many things that makes me really excited to be offering this course at Comfort Zone Yoga. And that's your quick tour inside my Teaching Yoga to Athletes program. Now, it counts as half of my 300-hour yoga teacher training. It's a great starting point because it's going to give you a discrete skill set that will earn you good money very quickly. If and when you feel like you would like to complete a 300-hour yoga teacher training with me, that's when you will come to MMM, Mastering the Art of Yoga Sequencing, my mentorship membership, and I'll have another video for you to show you what it looks like inside that space. If you have questions about teaching yoga to athletes, reach out anytime. I'm easy to find online. My socials are at Sage Roundtree. I am on YouTube at Sage Roundtree, and I am available at info@sageroundtree.com. Here's the trick. There's no letter D in my last name, Rountree. I look forward to connecting with you.